Okay, so we are back with Hydroneer. I'm currently alright, yeah. Alright, so we're back with Hydroneer, and game I really wanted to play. I've been playing for a little bit, so I know basically what I'm doing, so it may seem so I just really kinda wanted to play around, just talk about crap. Yeah, so I'm just kind of casually playing Hydroneer for no reason. Because, you know, I decided to randomly record this because I can and I want to, and it's been a while. I don't know how long I've been I don't know when the last time I last recorded crap, something. I know I promised another episode 2 of The Forest, but Beth and I haven't gotten really enough time to do so, and, like, we started school a while back ago. Well, I started school a while back ago, and where am I going with this? We had to restart the game because too many cannibal guys are coming in and attack us. If you watched our first episode, our base was... We actually had a nice base running until, like, of course, we got raided so many times. Oh my god. We decided to just call it quits. I know it's only episode 1, and, like... Well, yeah. We got raided so many times, we couldn't do anything, and then we did go explore the cave that we said we would in the first episode, but my recording thing decided not to work. So, yeah, just kind of like, yeah, it just did, my recorder thing decided not to work that day, so, yeah, just doing some random games, I guess, today. Because I have nothing better to do. What's in this pot right now? Okay, it's gold. Because, you know, I have nothing better to do at 9:45 in my time, so just kind of, you know, recording some random footage, I guess. Just talking about random crap. So, future events, maybe some Xcom ability tier list, and what, in my opinion, just, yeah, tier list of different, in my opinion, are best and the worst abilities of each class. I will be including mech units, and I will be including mech units, which is for the Enemy Within DLC. So we'll be including those guys. As I predominantly played Enemy Unknown over Enemy Within, because I think the meld is definitely an interesting thing. I will separate out the meld abilities. So the meld abilities are going to be different than the standard soldier abilities. I know I included the mech unit, but that's the type of soldier, and I will do the Gmods tier list in probably a separate video in the same concept. Yeah, just, and then hopefully more. I know Brady the Genius was planning on uploading a new video sooner or later, and him and I have been messaging back and forth, so just kind of like, yeah, so he's gonna upload sooner or later. I don't know if when the next time Beth and I are gonna, like, do another maybe Gmod shenanigans or another forced episode, but hopefully sooner or later. I don't know. So for the tier lists, I'm probably gonna do in order heavy. I was gonna start with the more offensive classes, so heavy and assault first, rather than start off with sniper and sniper and support. So I'm gonna probably do those two first rather than probably gonna do those first. And then I'll probably do Xcom 2 ability tier list later on, after I do Enemy Unknown, including Spark. Yes, including, you mean, yeah, Spark, it will be included in the XCOM 2. I know it's not part of the DLC, and so I probably will include, definitely include Spark, and then maybe include the 3 factions in, War of the Chosen. Because I know there's 3 factions in War of the Chosen that have their all own separate abilities, and other one that I'll probably get into later. So, it's probably a couple of future events, and by what I'm doing, by my uploading schedule of a couple weeks, like a video every couple of weeks, that'll probably last me until the end of the school year. And then probably some, I don't know, I'm gonna have to find some time just like this to record videos and just random videos like this, and just hopefully getting them out, and hopefully my recording thing will work, because sometimes it's a bit of finicky, because it sometimes likes to work and sometimes it doesn't. You're probably also asking when am I gonna do when is the next Warcraft 3? Yes, I know, Warcraft Forged in Fire has been released, but I'm not gonna do that because the reviews are absolutely horrid on that. So I'm probably just gonna do standard Warcraft. So I'm probably gonna do another. I'm probably gonna play Orc next on the factions. Next up on the factions of Warcraft. I'm not gonna do random because by the time we get to random, we've already done all of Warcraft factions. I'm not gonna do the campaigns because I'm lazy and I don't really want to go over every episode. I don't really want to go over every chapter. It's probably going to take too long, and I don't want to get into it, and I just want to do what I've listed as follows. Hopefully with this new schedule thing, I'll be able to put out more videos, and I have obviously more videos planned out, but it's just me finding the actual stuff, just actual time, and I have all sorts of other other stuff other than YouTube, you know, I got school, I got homework, I got school, I got extracurricular activities I do Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. So now about my extracurricular thing on Saturdays, I have it 11:31, so that's why I was able to put this video out so late. Now, maybe I don't really want to get into the TF2 community, because I know it's a tight-knit community. It'll probably get me pretty far, but I don't want to have the TF2 community be like, hey, you did something not TF2, and I know the huge stigma around TF2ers and them getting super bad their fan base being like, hey, you didn't do TF2, why didn't you do this? I'm unsubscribing, disliking, etc., whatever. I don't want to do that. I don't want, and plus TF2 is a pretty well-known game anyway. I don't want to get into the whole argument of, I just don't want to get into the TF2 community thing, because I don't want to I don't want to get absolutely just nailed to the ground by by literally everybody in the TF2 community because I didn't upload anything TF2 related. Therefore, I get a dislike and an unsub and God who knows what else. So, yeah, I don't want to really get one in the TF2 community. Just like that. Now, I wonder, like, I really want to, like, do multiplayer shenanigans with Beth, because it always seemed to be worried. Because, trust me, the past 2 battles we've done, Beth and I have done, were pretty funny. I could go on for that forever. Stupid thing. Yeah, I just want to do that, and, like, maybe a couple of heavy, like, the tier lists that I've mentioned earlier. Let me think of a couple others that I could probably do. Obviously, more of just random schedule stuff like this, where I just have random footage with me playing in it, and just, like, and just talking over it. Of course, I'm probably going to do more Xcom stuff. Again, school, extracurricular crap. I know that's like the thing that I do around here. It's just Xcom. Maybe more Don't Starve. I know. I said in my community tab that probably won't do any more Don't Starve because the YouTube's algorithm thinks that, oh, Don't Starve is this, pretty colorful game, when really it's like a T-rated game, and I don't want little kids getting the wrong message from Don't Starve. Like, it has some, Don't Starve has some pretty messed up stuff in it. Like, the entirety of the Don't Starve community would agree on that one. And then, like, there's the whole Don't Starve controversy that happened, like, 2 or 3 months ago. Or whatever, like, the beginning of the year, or whatever. Between, like, all the, Don't Starve YouTubers. Like, there's that, again, the huge controversy that as I mentioned before, the huge controversy that happened in the Don't Starve community a while back ago. I don't want to get into, like, there are all of these huge fandoms that I don't, like, I have a bad feeling that they're gonna, like, I have a huge hunch that, like, a bunch of the communities or whatever that I want to be in is just gonna are just, like, gonna do something horrible, and I don't want to be a part of it, and, like, oh, you can do that, anyway, yeah, like, I don't want to be part of the whole drama thing, or whatever, controversies and whatnot of half of these communities, and I don't want to be disliked by the entirety of YouTube and the entirety of the world and other whatnot, because it's just a huge deal with, like, how 2020's been. It's just a huge dumpster fire, and it's been pretty bad. Just reality. I know it's already September. We're already, like, 7 months in. We got, like, 5 more months to go, and I'm pretty sure everybody's over 2020 at this point. Like, there's no debate on that one. There's, like, zero debate on that one. Anyway. Yeah, like, and then there's, like, and then there's all sorts of other communities that I want to be in that has a huge negative stigma around them. Like, the Undertale fandom, like, they have a huge negative stigma. like, I personally played Undertale before. I didn't record it on YouTube, but I know the huge Undertale fandom has some amazing remixes and amazing fan art and all this great stuff. But unfortunately, they're represented by the negative part. Negative, half. The negative side of said community. The negative stigma, like, or whatever. Like, the whatever side. Like, there's a lot of good stuff and a lot of fandoms that are unfortunately represented by, well, again, the negative stigmas that hold against them. I mean, like, come on now, people. Let's try and be civil for once. It's just so sad to see, like, a fandom being represented by the general negative side. Like, again, with the Undertale fandom, they have all this great fan art and fan work and remixes of whatever, but is unfortunately represented by people shipping themselves with either Papyrus or Sans, which, of course, as we all know, Sans has become an official meme, which I have God who knows how. Yeah, it's just like, of course nobody wants to be part of that, but yeah, like, Undertale itself, I'm not talking about the fan base, but the game itself actually has some nice, it has a nice storyline, it has some great characters in it, and some great themes to go with the great characters, but, like, people are not gonna play it because, well, of the negative stigma that holds against it, and, like, and just, like, nobody wants to be part of that because, you know, it's like, oh, it's like, you do, it's like, how can I compare this to? It's like being, hold on, let me come up with the right word. Let me find the right scenario. It's like being judged by your looks, but like, it's like being judged by your looks and then like never be getting a chance to actually get to know that person and knowing the person is actually really nice. Like, I know there's a lot of people with abnormalities and like who are just great people, but like, you know, their looks are what people were like, oh, I don't want to talk to you, and like, or whatnot. Like, come on, people, let's at least try and be civil about what we're talking about. Like, so, like, society is just, yeah, no. And then like, so yeah, like, come on now, let's be civil about this. No, like, hold on. And of course, there's other fandoms too that have this negative stigma around it. Like, of course, the Undertale fandom has this stigma. The furry fandom has this stigma. And like, let's please be civil about whatever you're talking about, people. Like, it's like, at least accept the fact that it's there, and like, we like furry fandom is like, we're not bothering you, so why should you be bothering us? Now, like, of course there's whatever, and like, there's of course the NSFW side of stuff. There's always going to be NSF NSFW is kind of everything. Like, there's no escaping it. There's gonna be people who gonna make lewd art about whatever you can imagine. Like, your favorite game? Probably NSFW. Your favorite activity? Probably NSFW about it or whatever. Like, at least accept that it's there and like completely ignore it, because it's there, but it's not bothering you, so why are you bothering it? So no, I personally don't mind the furry fandom itself. Like, come on now, to at least know it's there and just not be ungrateful or rude about it, because it's being like really mean to whatever. It's pretty rude to the like creators, like, or whatever. Like, it's really rude. Like, of course, with how do I explain this? Like, it's just gone too out of hand. It's just gone too out of hand, that the fact that too many fandoms are getting this huge stigma that, you know, you're whatever, or just I don't know, like, there's just, like, of course there's gonna be people who's gonna be like, oh, you know, you're part of the Undertale fandom. I'm gonna use the Undertale fandom a lot in this video. I feel like, oh, you're part of the Undertale fandom. Do you ship yourself with Sans? And when you're like, you're just like, you're sitting there, you're like, wait, what? Because the Undertale fandom has this. Sorry, I'm not playing too much, but it's just, you're like, wait, no, like, of course not. I play the game. Like, just because I play the game doesn't mean I always ship myself. Like, just because I play the game doesn't mean I always ship myself with Sans. Like, come on now. Like, just, like, let's all be civil and, like, yeah, we could have arguments and have arguments, and we could have debates, and we could have disagreements and agreements, and other, like, it's part of humans. It's just humans, what we are. Like, it's part of who we are. Like, humanity's built to agree and disagree. Like, we're built to be different. And yeah, we're built to be different. We're built to have different personalities and different opinions and on different things. And like, we're not made the same way. Otherwise, it'll be pretty boring. Like, yeah, sure, some games may be great. Undertale's a really good game. Like, I know that Deltarune exists, it's just that Undertale's more famous, and like, not that Deltarune's anything else, but I haven't played Deltarune, so planning to do that, so planning on playing Deltarune, so so it's just sad that so many communities have this negative stigma, and when really they should be getting the same respect as every other community should get. Like, yeah, sure, you're, I don't know, you're part of the, let's say, I don't know, you're part of the Fall Guys community, and I know that Fall Guys and Among Us has become super popular lately for whatever reason. Like, oh, your game is, like, I know XCOM is not a huge community, but doesn't have a huge community, but like. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, yeah, like, oh, you're part of whatever fandom that's not super popular, and in this case, it's XCOM. Like, XCOM doesn't have a huge community. Like, some people might know it, some people don't. Yeah, sure. Like, you try to convince people, like, it's a really good game, and, like, people are gonna turn to you and be like, eh, you're gonna be pretty turned down by... I mean, like, sure, see yourself, whatever, and just wish that, like, I understand if you don't like one game and you like another. It goes back with the opinions I mentioned earlier, but, like, it's just, like, I know, like, the XCOM community is totally gonna agree on this, but XCOM is pretty difficult, and it's in the fandom, in the community, actually takes pride in the fact that XCOM is super difficult, and sometimes we get stupidly funny moments out of it. I.e., the phrase "that's XCOM, baby" is used commonly whenever shot totally misses when it should have totally connected. Like, I know, like, XCOM is pretty difficult to grasp on, like, get a hold of, like, when, especially in the early game, when you desperately need your best guys on the field, when they aren't necessarily on the field at the time, like, you're gonna have to improvise a lot. Like, I've had rookies, for example, I've had a couple of rookies on with teams of veterans, like, maybe captain higher. Like, I've had those situations. I still beat the mission. It's just that, well, like, people don't want to put in, people don't want to put in 200 plus hours on one game. Like, they're not that dedicated. And of course, there's the obvious Team Fortress 2 people who put thousands and thousands of hours into Team Fortress 2, who are obviously good at it, but, like, people don't want to put in... Come on now. People don't want to put in such time and effort into one game. Like, I know I put in 200... I know I play in Steam, so it keeps track of my... keeps track of my hours. I know I have, like, 247 hours on XCOM. And just XCOM 2 alone, and I have 300 plus games across... I have 300 plus hours across... both Enemy Unknown and, well, Enemy Within and XCOM 2 itself. Like, I know there's a Chimera Squad, and I attempted to record it once, but it's not, in my opinion, it's not the greatest of the, well, quadrilogy, I should say, of the Bureau, including the Bureau. I don't have the Bureau yet, anyway. Like, I just wish that certain fandoms got more attention, and others just, like, some respect. Like, come on now. Like, I know that some of the more popular fandoms, like, again, the Fall Guys, Among Us, like, yeah, they're gonna be like, hey, our game's popular, and I'm like, so? Like, obviously, like, so? Your game's popular, it's probably gonna fizzle out sooner or later. Like, I know, good example is that Minecraft got super popular back in 2019 because PewDiePie decided to play it. Come on now, like, Minecraft got super popular again because PewDiePie decided, you know what, I thought it was gonna be a good idea to make a playthrough of Minecraft. And, well, that basically was the revival of Minecraft after Fortnite decided to take over, and, like, we all know the huge stigma around Fortnite now. Toxic 9-year-olds. Like, if you like Fortnite, you like Fortnite, sure. You're not bothering me, I ain't bothering you. Like, I know society leans one way over another. Like, but just, come on now. Just be nicer, dude. Certain fandoms, be nicer to certain fandoms. I feel like that, like, everybody, like, I know racism is still a thing today. Especially today, I know racism is still a thing. But, like, I know racism is still a thing today, but, like, at least everybody's treating each other somewhat equally. I feel like that should be the same thing with fandoms, too. Like, of course, like, the Undertale fandom and the furry fandom should get the same respect as, like, the Minecraft and the same respect as the Minecraft and the Fall Guys and the Among Us fandoms. Like, I mean, you have your opinions, sure. I don't care. I have mine. I have mine, like, just, like, I like to be who I am, and, like, some people, like, I don't know, especially with the furry fandom, people like anthropomorphic animals, shit. Like, it's that easy. People like anthropomorphic animals, sure, so be it. People, I don't know, let's take the LGBTQ community. Some people like the same gender as they are, sure, so be it. Some people just really, let me think, some people just like, I don't know, skeletons, especially in the Undertale fandom, just goofy skeletons. Like, yeah, your opinion's your opinion. So, whatever. I don't mind. I don't really care what your opinion is. You're not hurting me. I ain't hurting you. That is something we could both agree on. So I just want to, like, I've been recording for about half an hour now. So yeah, I just want to talk, just doing whatever, update you guys on what the heck I'm probably going to be doing in the future, hopefully. And of course, discussing different obviously video ideas, and like who's doing what right now, and then like what's going on, especially it's COVID. Like, as Brady the Genius mentioned at the beginning of the summer, where I live has been in green for a while now. I'm not gonna tell you guys where I live, of course, for privacy reasons, but yeah, my mouse disconnected, great. I'm not gonna tell you guys where I live due to privacy reasons, of course, but we just hit green, whatever that means, so it means we could be around people now. Shops could be starting opening again, and there we go. Yeah, shops could be starting opening again as long as you have a face mask on, and so far September hasn't brought anything other than maybe TikTok being banned this Sunday or whatever, November, or this of course TikTok being banned this Sunday, technically, quote unquote, air quotes, being banned, which has some mixed opinions on what I've learned. Some good, some bad. I don't know. Mixed opinions. And I just want to bring attention that the Nintendo 3DS family has unfortunately has stopped production, which I have one in my room right now. Can't show you guys because I don't have my face cam on. I don't have my face cam on, but yeah, unfortunately, the 3DS has been canceled, like, been discontinued, and everybody's now, like, really sad about it. I mean, everything has to come, all good things has to, unfortunately, come to a daunting end, inevitable end. Like, yeah, I've had a 3DS for the entirety of, for almost the entirety of the 9 years. I've had that thing for about 8 years. I've had one for about 8 years now. So, it's kind of like, sit and chat again. I'll see what other topics I could come up with. I'm probably not, although Chimera Squad, as I mentioned earlier, I know Chimera Squad has come out, I'm probably not gonna play that. I mean, I've played a little bit of it, but I wasn't too interested. Like, I lost interest, like I lost interest very quickly. Like, yeah, it's still the sci-fi tactical shooter game that Xcom is, is known for, but like, let me take that back. We know that XCOM is the strategy sci-fi shooter game, but like, I don't feel like that it's the same, like, sci-fi tactical shooter game. I know that they like designated specific characters to specific roles in the game, but like, and like, they're non-customizable, which, like, I know they changed up the strategy, like the turn-based tactical gameplay when you're out in the field. They took away the base building aspect, which was one of my personal favorite things about XCOM. They took away the base building aspect, they took away customization, and they revamped the entirety of the strategy, the battlefield, unfortunately, which I'm pretty sure the entirety of the XCOM community is questioning at this point. Like, is Chimera Squad even supposed to be an XCOM game? Like, I know it's supposed to be, like, I don't know, 15 to 20 years after we won XCOM 2, but like, it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like, sure, like, again, like, sure, you lose one guy, and it's probably, he's lower ranking, sure, why not? Let one lower ranking guy go. But like, Chimera Squad, you lose that freedom of brushing off lower ranking guys because, well, everyone, I don't know if the XCOM, I don't know if you guys heard, but, you lose one agent, or what they call the troops in the Chimera Squad. You lose one agent, and you lose the game. So, like, you got to be super duper, like, diligent on keeping your guys at higher health. Like, I know there's the, like, I know there's the region health, aspect of, like, breaching that you could turn on in the settings before you start the game. But again, it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like the same XCOM that we've known to love. And I love the storyline, like the storyline of between the Bureau to Enemy Unknown to XCOM 2 to now Chimera Squad is very interesting. Like, the Bureau explains how the XCOM project was formed, and then XCOM Enemy Known as the First Invasion, and XCOM 2 is you lost the original invasion, so now you're a resistance faction. And Chimera Squad takes place like 15 years, like 15 years after XCOM 2, after you defeated Advent. Now you're police force, but like, great, you're a police force, but they don't seem as like great as the other two games. Like the other, like, I haven't played the Bureau, honestly. I have not played any of, but like, it doesn't feel like, hold on, how do I explain this? Like, Chimera Squad doesn't have any of the like epic feelings like that. What made the previous two games very epic? Like, and XCOM Animated Known, you were a foundation, the XCOM project. You were a project that originated because the aliens were taking over Earth, and yeah, so you were and then in XCOM 2, you were a resistance faction trying to take back Earth from the alien invasion, the original invasion, and now you're a measly police force. I think that's pretty weak compared to the other two games in the series, the previous two games in the series. And again, this is my opinion, so you don't agree, so be it. But like, they don't feel as thrilling as the previous two games. It seems weaker in the fact that Chimera Squad puts you not as a foundation, not as a resistance faction, but a police force. Like, come on. Like, I understand that, like, oh, we need a new game, sure, like, I like the fact that they continue on the story of XCOM. Like, you're still the commander and whatnot, but we had Central, John Central Bradford, and the previous two games, XCOM 2 and Enemy Unknown. So why, like, I understand that he predominantly, like, I know he went down in history, like, Central went down in history, but, like, where did he go? What happened to Fallen? What happened to Tygan? What happened to those people? Like, sorry, my Discord's going off. But, like, what happened to Tygan? What happened to Shen? Like, I understand if maybe Central had sadly passed, but, like, again, what happened to Shen? And Shen was like 20, and Tygan was maybe 30, and this is like 15 years later. What happened? Like, it's been confirmed that it's been confirmed in one of the XCOM's DLCs that the original Dr. Shen has unfortunately passed, and Volin has gone missing. So Volin is unfortunate. Dr. Volin, which is the scientist in Enemy Unknown, was unfortunately MIA. But, like, what happened to the people that came after? Like, sometimes games don't, like, they don't, like, those are some of the questions that I had when I first played Chimera Squad. Like, what happened to Tygan? What happened to Shen? What happened to Central? In the next game, and like, in this game, what happened? Like, you're still the commander. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you're still the commander. Like, what happened to the council dude? Like, again, I believe, if I remember correctly, he was confirmed he was unconfirmed if he died in that Advent battle, in the, Advent raid. But, like, he probably did. Like, and then, like, is, like, in the final battle in, Enemy Unknown, it was confirmed by Firaxis themselves, the people behind Xcom, that the psionic dude that you had did not die. Like, I know one person made a theory about, like, you were the psionic dude in, XCOM 2, but, like, what happened to the commander of XCOM Enemy Unknown? Like, what happened to him? Like, you were probably still, like, remember, like, you lost the original invasion. The aliens kidnapped you. You lost the base defense and enemy within. The aliens took over, when yada yada yada. 20 years later, you woke up from whatever deep slumber and just, yeah, stuff happened. Yeah. Just like, hopefully we'll, I don't know if these questions that I asked is confirmed later on into Chimera Squad. Like, again, what happened to Tigan? What happened to Shen? I would assume that the council guy and Central might have passed since those 15 years. So yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about some stuff. So I'm gonna go. Remember, like, subscribe, whatever. Share this video if you thought this was interesting. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.